Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Gillis and I'm going to be discussing our ideal client for the Delta Associated Investigations Training Institute for the Georgia course. Obviously anyone can be a private investigator that wishes to be, but through our past experiences we found that the descriptions following make the most successful private investigator. So to get started, we'll look at the geographic and demographic profiles. We'll be focusing on the Gwinnett County area. The institute is actually located in Beaufort, Georgia, but the surrounding area is technically Gwinnett County. So the population in Gwinnett County is 805,000. In that, ethnicity is made up of 53% white, 23% African American, and 20% Hispanic. There's not necessarily a specific ethnicity that we're targeting with this, as it's good to have a mix of each. You'll never know what type of ethnicity will be best for that potential case. For the age group, the median age is 34, and 68.9% are made up by 15 to 64-year-olds. Now, to actually become a private investigator, you must be 18 years or older, so that number will probably be slightly lower. The median age of 34 is actually probably a good ideal age to be a private investigator. So median age by income, 25,000 is for individuals less than 25 years old. 53,000 are for 25 to 44-year-olds, and 58,000 are to 45 to 64-year-olds. There's not exactly a income that we're specifically targeting, but from past experiences, people that are in the higher income range don't necessarily want to take this position. It's the middle to lower income individuals that are typically interested and do best. So one of the types of individuals that we'll be specifically targeting are veterans. It's nice to employ a veteran anyway for all of the work that they've put in to make our country safe, but not only that, they also make great private investigators from their training and their overall morale. For languages other than English that are spoken in the home, 32.9% of the population. It's not necessarily that this is a requirement, but especially in Florida and Georgia, and most of our investigators that are in Georgia are also licensed in Florida. So it's nice to have someone that is bilingual, that if we have a case that the claimant only speaks Spanish, having someone that's bilingual is incredibly beneficial. But once again, it's not a requirement. For education, 25 years or older, 87.1% are high school graduates or higher, which leaves 12.9% to be non-high school graduates. This is another ideal target market. There are those high school students that did well in high school but just aren't going to college for whatever the reason may be. Being a private investigator is a really good option, as it is a stable career and the income is good, especially for an individual that is not going to have a college degree. So how exactly can we reach these groups? On Facebook, there are 78,000 people in Beaufort area that have a presence on Facebook. Out of that 72,000 are 18 or older. And out of that 72,000, 1,300 are currently in high school. Out of the 72,000, 100 of those individuals currently work with the United States Marine Corps, United States Army, United States Navy, the Air Force, or the Coast Guard. With Twitter, there are 16,000 people in Georgia that like or have interest in U.S. veterans. With LinkedIn, there are 3,500 people that currently live in the greater Atlanta area and who are in the military industry, obviously 18 or older. There are 1,700 people that live in the greater Atlanta area that are currently in a law enforcement position that are 18 or older. I'm sure you've noticed that most of these are currently in these positions, but like with the veterans and people currently in the military industry, and the law enforcement, although they have current positions, they're still targetable as later on down the road they may be interested in this industry. So with veterans, I find the most efficient way to reach them would be through Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn. With high school students, Facebook, Twitter, career fairs would be the most beneficial. Obviously, this era of students are very familiar with Facebook and Twitter and use it on a consistent basis. The career fairs happen at most high schools, and going to one of those and getting our brand out there would be a really good way to let students know that there are other options for stable careers, even if you don't plan to attend college. For criminology students, Facebook and Twitter are good ways to reach out to them, as well as the career fairs. Another way would be if the actual university or institute and the professor permitted it to give a speech to the classroom, giving them some information, offering it as an option. Another way would be through LinkedIn. Most of these individuals, because they are students, probably have a profile on LinkedIn. With law enforcement, I think the most efficient ways would be through Facebook or LinkedIn. So the major issue that seems to arise with this target market is the fact that there's little to low income and the course is expensive. To fix this, we could offer payment plans. Instead of making them pay the entire fee up front, allowing them to make payments every so often would help. Another way would be through a sponsorship, getting someone in the Buford, Georgia area, or even the Gwinnett County to help sponsor this individual so that he or she may complete the course. So that about wraps it up. Hope you all enjoyed, and thank you for listening.